What has been happening is that from Thursday to Sunday, warders have been patrolling in the nights. That's the only operation they carried out. Every hour and the hour. They came first 7:30, then 8 o'clock, then 8:30, then 10 o'clock, then 11:30, then 1 o'clock. You understand? That's how the patrol period. But listen to what they're doing. When they are patrolling on the sections, the security sections mostly is what they patrolled on. They are walking the sections with firearms. And if they see an inmate inside the cells with a cell phone, and they request the cell phone, and the inmate decide to take his chip out of the cell phone before granting them the phone, they open the cell and they beat the inmate. The inmate would not retaliate because of the fact that we are seeing guns. You understand? Because if the inmate retaliates, then they're going to shoot him and say escape, much escape, because a warder blatantly came on one section and tell that to a prisoner. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like, yeah, they found cell phones. That's the only thing they found, cell phones, over the Christmas weekend. But I'm saying even yesterday, 2 inmates fighting and one running towards the patrol office for rescue. And whilst he was running towards the patrol office for rescue, one of the patrol warders, a young warder, under the supervision of Staff Officer Wallfall, kick down the inmate, blast his whistle, and then if anyone understand about the prison system, you know, from a warder, blast his whistle, crowd a lumber truck that come down on you. That's when now they start beat the inmate with them two and broke. Some would have has been on here last night talking about there's no food strike in the prison and talking about inmate and inmate hurting each other, nothing like that. No inmate fighting off, no inmate that broke up, no inmate and in the prison. 3 days now we're on food strike in the prison. 3 days we're on food strike. And we're intending on going on it today again. You understand? So don't make some would come on the TV come talk no garbage about none. Because some would not coming inside the prison. He's not here. All he's trying to do is paint a blatant image as though okay they are doing this and they are doing that. You understand? Coronavirus is out there. Parole officers coming in the prison, probation officers coming in the prison, Caribbean search team coming in regular in the prison. They're the ones with corona. We are not entitled to visits. We cannot get our visits. So if we can be getting these regular rigid search, and if Caribbean can be coming in the prison, and if other persons from outside can be coming inside the prison, why can't we get our visits? The tuck shop is stacked every Tuesday and Friday. So that's coming from outside, so why can't we get our visits? That's what we need. We need our visit because we cannot sustain ourselves around here from the one fab and the one soap and the magway per month. 1 month of soap and a pack of philosopher. That can't work. You understand? We need toiletries. We need things around here the very same, and they are preventing that from happening. It's only special persons they oblige to see and get visits. You understand me? So it's only special persons get special privileges because they might know persons in standing that have money.
Yes, man.
Yeah, all right. We're going to try to find out to see. You reach where you say the water, them supposed to take you out of the cell and search.
Let me explain how that works.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying to you now, right? When a warder requests a search of their cell, they would normally, you hear me correctly?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
When the warder requests a search of the cell, the warder would normally tell you to declare whatever you have inside here and step out of the cell, stand in clear view so that you can observe what is happening inside your cell.
Yeah.
But you understand that as a prisoner, you are entitled to a search. So you cannot oppose being searched by a warder.
Yeah.
But this is where inmates are disgruntled now, wherein warders come to you with a prohibited instrument or object as a cell phone. When you furnish them with the cell phone, if a SIM card is not inside here, then the warder tends to want to beat you. I am not going to say every warder practice that sort of attitude or display such attitude, but we can refer to circumstances or situations where that was displayed.
Yeah.
Right? We are inmates in the prison. We are not trying to oppose being searched. We understand that is a part of the system. What we are against is the fact that since February we have been subjected to a visit because of this coronavirus. right? In the institution, there's talk shops, there's probation officers coming inside, there's warders going home, coming in because no warders has been confined to the institution since coronavirus.
Yeah.
They can go out and contract it
come in
and come
as
and
one.
give it to an inmate.
Yeah.
Likewise, the Caribbean search team. When the search team is in operation, they operate at some wee hours, like it's either early in the morning or in the night. No, we don't know where the search team personnel are coming from. We don't know what warders are doing on the outside when they are
Yes,
coming in
yes,
the prison.
yes.
So we are
Them have a
asking
mask and them something there?
some of the time. We won't tell any lie on them, you know.
Yeah.
We won't tell any unnecessary lies
no,
on
I tell
them.
a lie
That's
about
not what we are here for.
Yeah.
We are here to plead our voices. What we are saying is that one case scenario, if we can still access stuff at the talk shop that is coming from outside, it is very simple that the people in administration can sit, put in plan a measure in which we can attain or visit. For example, let me make a suggestion. In Spanish Town, the visit box can host up to 5 inmates at a time, right? We are not saying to place 5 inmates inside that box due to corona, but utilize 3 sections.
Yeah.
Acknowledging corona. The waiting area on the outside can facilitate 20 visitors at any one time, even acknowledging social distancing. We are simply saying, we are the ones feeling it. We are getting 1 tissue, 1 soap, 1 fab for the month. Why can't the persons in administration sit down? Take, for example, Spanish Town Correctional Facility with 6 functional sections. If you try to manipulate a section per day, given that every inmate will not be getting visit, we know that. But we're structuring it. So we give South Black Monday. We give Death Row Tuesday. The focus will only be on those sections during the duration of the visit time. If corona is, if COVID is the reason why we cannot get visits, put something in place and reassure us that we are still human beings. We are not animals. We have love.
I see the logic that you saying, them come in and you don't know if them have corona or not, but them have freestyle for what go all over the place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another topic.
Gross. Yeah.
Another grows. Yes, Rasta. Another grows is that the injustice between warders and inmates is a
between you, warders and inmates?
Yeah, warders and inmates, man. All right. Ever since November the 13th, Friday the 13th of November, right? Ever since that day, when a madman, a man with insane mind in the institution, fatally stabbed a warder in the St. institution, correctional institution, things have been different.
How different? Tell me.
Where warders taking out the frustration or rebelling for the slain warder. Let me put some.
We are told that the person who do it is of insane mind.
Exactly. The person who did it.
Take it out by everybody.
Let me share a scenario with you, Rasta. Right? Say in St. Catherine. I'm going to use St. Catherine because that's where the water was clean. In St. Catherine, you have sections like death row where personnel are not allowed, inmates are not allowed to walk freely without being escorted by a warder. Right? If an inmate needs to go to the tuck shop, he has to be escorted. If an inmate needs to go to the medical from death row, he must be escorted. The person you find located in death row as a security section are more persons who are conscious, thoughtful of their actions, trying to keep themselves sane, to be rehabilitated in or reintegrated into society. You will never find a man located in such section, even pull a knife on a warder. Much less to stab a warder and kill a warder. But the general population of the prison is where you have a man when head can chip at any given time. So fatally stab a warder. And then after the fact, every inmate inside the institution has to pay for the act of that is which is to understand why prisoners are now disgruntled because the system is not proactive. The system is working from a reactive approach.
All right, so what you want to say happen now? What you want to say happen? Like, want to still upon the strike? Want to still upon the hunger strike?
Well, we are going to continue until Mr. Samuda visits the institution and get a first-hand experience and not just by the way
shut him down,
wherein he would not have to make such a blatant blunder over the year talking about there is no strike in the prison and that inmates only strike because of the searches that we are getting. Inmates have been getting searches for years.
For years, of course.
We are used to that.
Yes.
What we are disgruntled with is the fact that we need our visits.
Yes.
We need warders to stop seeing inmates as though we are not human beings or that we don't have any rights.
I agree with you.
We need Mr. Samuda to spend his time and try to organize, put pen to paper, and put constructive programs within the prison that can assist the rehabilitation process of inmates. Stop putting us down.
Yes, sir.
Stop putting us down.
I agree with you, brethren. Anyway, we have to move on out though. How long are you in a prison for? If you're there, how long are you in a prison for?
I am here for 16 years now.
Okay. Where you on life?
Well, it's not life, you know. I have 4 more years to go.
Oh, 20 years again?
Yes, and I mean, no, it's 25 actually, but 20.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, brethren, you say anytime you come out, give me a call.
Who promises after leaving this institution, I will try my best to highlight the failure of the system and try to get the relevant authority to correct it.
Correct it. Name correctional, that name correctional.
Exactly. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, and as we say, in 4 years' time, you feel fit, we can put you back on the radio and make you talk about the ideas where you have.
And I won't have to write my voice at that time.
No, because they know you will come out. My laugh. All right, brethren, give thanks here.
Blessings.
Yeah, man, you did a very comprehensive analysis of where we are going. So we just know what you want. That is really what you want. Yeah, and that is very important. So just continue on I said, just continue on I do. You know, I just so continue it.
Yeah, man.
All right?
Rolling strong.
Give thanks.
Yes, viewers and subscribers, it's official. There is an hunger strike by the prisoners of the Spanish Town Correctional Center. And these are the same prisoners that were having parties up until last month in prison, drinking Hennessy, smoking and having a jolly good time. Remember, the Prime Minister, in addressing the video that was leaked, said that tougher measures will be put in place in penal institutions. Now, the prisoners brought this down on themselves because they were in prison having a good time and none of us knew about it. That secret was between them and the correctional officers. But you know, them love the hype and them love the attention. So somebody had to take out a smartphone, which they are not allowed to have in prison in the first place, and started filming. And once they turn on the spotlight, then all of them running at the spotlight. And trust me, in this day and age, there is no secret that is safe on a smartphone. And so, because of that video that was leaked of them having party in prison and having a good time, what they indirectly did was to put pressure on the correctional officers, because I know how the government behave. The government is sort of reactive. Something happens and then there's a reaction. The video was leaked and then there is a reaction, and this is the reaction taken by the government. Now, in the interview with Muta, the prisoner is making certain demands of the government, and one of the important demands that the prisoner was making is that a system put in place to reform the prisoners or to reform the inmates. Now, that demand is a very important demand because it is a correctional institution, and the public have a view of correctional institution. In fact, we don't even call them correctional institutions. We call them prisons. And once we hear the word prisons, then it automatically means that the inmates or the prisoners are supposed to be subjected to some inhumane treatment and some inhumane living conditions. Well, the objective of a correctional institution or a penal institution is to reform or to rehabilitate. It's not meant to be punishment. It is meant for rehabilitation. So you take away their freedom of movement, and at the same time you put measures in place to rehabilitate them, so that when they are released from prison or when they are released from the correctional institutions, they do not become repeat offenders. But I don't think we reach that stage yet where we believe that they should be reformed instead of punished, because even us out here, we strongly believe in punishment rather than reform. And that is the same way we treat our children. We don't correct their behaviors, we punish their behaviors. And the main way in which we punish our children's behavior is by corporal punishment. And so we teach them that violence can be used to solve our problems. So I am hoping that the government also put in place some measures to rehabilitate them, because not all of them are done. Some of them can be rehabilitated. Some of them get into a simple fight and him take out a knife and him pull off a one stab and stab a man. A lucky stab a man. And him end up in prison. Him never the hardcore criminal, you know. Now when you send him now a first time offender, even though the crime is very serious, but he's a first time offender, and you take him now and send him to prison, go mix up with some man who are repeat offenders and some man who have a PhD in a criminology. The man that go teach him how to become a better criminal. And so when him left prison now, you know, him become a better criminal. You see, what most Jamaicans believe is that by making the prison conditions very harsh, it will act as a deterrent for these prisoners. No, it won't work if they are not rehabilitated. Because you see those harsh conditions, I'm sure they don't want to go back in those harsh conditions. None of them want to go back. But guess what? It's when the police corner them have it in the back of them heads, so them now go back to prison. So guess what now? A shootout. And them are that dead, they go back to prison. And that happened because the penal institutions in Jamaica is failing to reform the inmates. How is it in first world country? You can go into prison and come out with a degree. See Buju there, him go to prison. And I never know if him have no degree before he left Jamaica. And I'm sure when him went to prison, him do some studying. I'm not quite sure what him left prison with, but him left prison with some academic achievement. That is what we should be doing. Our inmates. Yes, they are doing a couple CXC. From what I'm understanding, that is as far as it goes. Some CXC and all of that. Right? And listen, I'm not making an excuse for criminals. I'm saying they have done the act already. We find them guilty. Now it's our task to reform them. It don't make no sense we send them to prison. If you go eat taxpayers' money and then come out, reoffend, and go back again, go eat one next 5, 6, 20 years, and we taxpaying money again. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.